Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to Tay TV. My reaction video, I will be reacting to Aaron on the Man I Don't Know What Makes Me Special Being Authentic. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me. My social medias below. I would greatly appreciate it. Again, guys, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Actually mean. I know we hear it all the time, like everyone telling everyone that in order to grow as a content creator, in order to attract the audience you're looking for, honestly, in order to have some level of success, especially in this world of content, you have to be authentic. And it's honestly kind of hard to figure out what that means. We see people doing their daily routines and it just looks so perfect. Or we see people running their business and they seem like they have it all together. Or we see these beauty girls who seem like they just look beautiful all the time and everything about their lives are just so beautiful and aesthetic. We see home decor and organizing people, like every inch and corner of their house seems like it's just pristine. And honestly, we're at a point where everyone just kind of seems like they have it together. And so when it comes to
That's a true statement, what she just said.
understanding like what be authentic means, it's very hard to know what that means in the form of like creating content, because obviously like in our day-to-day lives for the most part, most of us are living an authentic life. We're doing and saying things that feel natural to us, and I think that that's honestly what being authentic is
Just being true to
doing and
yourself.
saying and being your truest self. And I believe that a lot of people struggle with being authentic. There are two reasons. I think one is some people really struggle with being who they truly want to be in real life. And then on the other end, people are trying to portray themselves as something that they are not on social media. And so there can be a mixture of both for quite a lot of people, and it causes you to feel stuck in understanding what showing your authentic self even looks like. For one, it starts with knowing who you are and knowing your personality, knowing your thought process, knowing why you think certain things or why you believe certain things, or just tracking how you think. So me and my husband were sitting on the couch talking, and we were talking about how we say like some stuff is expensive, and I was like, you know, babe, I really think we should stop using the word expensive. A lot of times the things that we think are expensive are because our parents have passed that on to us to believe that it's too expensive for us to buy, or it's not a good decision because of the price associated with it. But we never think about, like, you know, if we pay $100 extra for a flight, for example. Like, it all started because I was looking for flight tickets to go to a wedding that we're supposed to go to in the spring. Okay. I was looking at different options and I was like, okay, on Southwest it's $170. On Delta it's $400. On this airline it's this amount of dollars. And on Southwest I had like, we would have had like a long layover in Atlanta. We hate the Atlanta airport. No shade, but shade. I hate that airport. And the layover was like 4 hours. We would have gotten to the wedding events, like it's a whole weekend of events. We would have gotten to the first event late because of the time. However, it was the least expensive. And then we usually fly, like we have a particular airline that we usually fly. We always fly Delta because we have all of our points with them. Whatever.
I haven't
But the
flown a
tickets for the
plane yet, but
Delta
flying a
flight
plane
to
is
get
gonna be
there,
a good
it was a straight
experience for me.
flight, but
That's
it was the
something
most
I've never
expensive
done
flight out
yet.
of all of the airlines. And I was like, I told my husband, I'm like, babe, should we just pay for the flight? He was like, Aaron, yes, like, just buy the flight. Like, we hate layovers, you know that. We hate, like, it was all these things. And I'm like, okay. So I say all that to say, like, tracking how you think and why you think, I believe it helps you be and live a more authentic life. And then that helps
That's
you
true.
create content. Not like, this sounds like such a huge skip, like, okay, live an authentic life so you can create the content that seems authentic. That is not what I'm trying to communicate. But I'm saying the more authentically you can live and understand why you are the way you are, I believe it translates into other areas of your life, into your relationships, into your marriage. You can be a lot more open with people that deserve that level of like intimacy and openness from you. You can just live in charge of who you are and confidently. And
Right.
I feel like that is what being authentic is. And from a content perspective, knowing where you fit in and how to carve out your own lane by just being yourself.
Right.
And right
I
now
always
with
stay in my own lane
content,
too.
we are really seeing, obviously we've seen so many trends. We've seen so many of the same style of content, like get ready with me, day in the life, morning routine, like all of these things, and it kind of, it makes you feel like you have to do and create in a certain way. And also makes you feel like you have to have your life in this structure, but then you hear people saying, well, you need to be authentic, right? So it's like, well, how do I fit into what seems to be working for people, but also that's not what it looks like for me? So how do I translate that into creating content? And I think that the only thing you can do is to look at your life and to be okay with what your life looks like and to document that in the most pure and authentic way. I think some creators that
You can't look
have
back on your life. You gotta
authenticity
always
down
just
pat
look
are
forward and
keeping.
move forward because nobody can change the past. You gotta just keep moving forward.
He's a TikToker and he is just like killing the game. I feel like he is single handedly holding TikTok up because he is just like, he has no aesthetic background. He just sits in his child's Paw Patrol chair. It's like a kid chair. And he just talks out of the, like out of his heart, and he just is so authentic. I don't even know, he's just such a genuine guy. Same with Tabitha Brown, same with Jayla Brene is one of my friends, and she is such an authentic, like an authentic creator. She just shares all of these different moments, and I feel like as a creator, one way to see if you're really being authentic is to either have the camera rolling for a while before you start recording, and then have the camera rolling for a while after you are done recording.
That's
And see
interesting.
what the dynamic of how you act is on and off camera. And a lot of times when people meet me, they be like, dang girl, you really act the same as you act on camera, off camera. And that's because like I genuinely am myself on YouTube, on Instagram, and I know like there's this whole conversation around social media that social media is fake. But I'm here to tell you, what I show y'all is real. Like I do not, I love my life. I have a great marriage. I love my home. I love, like, I am very blessed to be able to say that the life I live offline is probably what you think it is based off of what I share online. And I am not saying that everything in my life is perfect and that, whatever. But I will say that, oh my God, I'm so hot. This was not a great idea, being right by the fireplace and having this furry blanket. But y'all, look, I got these biker shorts on. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to put this cute little blanket over me because I knew I was going to be hot. But anyway, people are craving now to just see who you truly are. Nobody can teach you how to be authentic. Literally nobody.
That's right.
One
Nobody
thing that I
can but
would
yourself.
recommend you do is have a camera just kind of rolling around your home and see if you can pick up moments and kind of rewatch yourself and how you interact in certain situations, or how you treat yourself, or how you talk on the phone, or how you interact with your family. And I feel like you will find such genuine moments in just letting the camera roll where you're not thinking about how you're saying it, what you're saying, why you're saying it, if you're saying it right. When you turn the camera on, the reason why so many people struggle with being authentic is because you feel like you have to be something that is not all the way true to who you are. And deeply rooted, you're comparing yourself to other people who are doing the same thing that you're doing. And so you think you have to present this message a certain way. You think you have to have all of your ducks in a row. You think in order to show your house, it has to be perfectly clean and perfectly aesthetic because that's what looks successful now. But that is not true. You have to start with where you are. And I think part of being authentic is being okay with that. Like being okay with where you are enough to still be able to confidently create content in that space physically and in that mental space. So I just feel like being authentic is showing up as your truest self. And even if that's not the prettiest, most palatable version of yourself, you will see that people respect you and they gravitate to you when they feel the realness of you. And it's something that you're
That's right.
probably going to have to practice. If you record videos often, and you find yourself feeling like you're filtering yourself all the time, or you are showing up looking like you have to put on all of this makeup, or you have to do all of these things before you show up. And if that's what you love to do, then that's fine. But if that doesn't feel like who you are, then just show up as your most regular, normal self. And it's always so funny because that is when the content pops. Like that is always the content that you're like, really? This piece of content? I didn't even put any effort into that. I don't know how the
Wow.
algorithms know
It's
what
interesting.
feels the most real, but I feel like they be knowing. And you just have to put it out there. And that's why I tell people, if you are trying to make perfect content, then you are not trying to win, honestly, because the perfect stuff is the stuff that people are now getting tired of seeing. They want to feel something with the content that they're consuming now. And if you can provide a feeling, then you are on the right track. So being authentic, everyone just spews it out like it's so simple because it really should be, but it's not. And it's something that probably is going to take practice and just asking yourself, do I live authentically off camera? And
Wow.
practicing what that looks like off camera first. And
Said
being
even with
rooted in who
YouTube, you
you
can't be
actually are
perfect.
first. And then introducing the camera and understanding what story you want to share. I just want to leave with this. I think a lot of people also struggle with whether or not they're being authentic because you feel like you don't have a story and you feel like there is nothing worth sharing in your life. But that's not true. And I have felt like that before because I was like, I don't really have like this, I don't know, almost like a rags to riches story that I think a lot of people who thrive in, content or motivational speaking have. A lot of them are like, I came from this and now I'm here. But if you don't have that, sometimes it can be easy to think that you don't really have a story to share. Like I grew up in a two-parent home. My parents love each other. They've been married for over 30 years. Like we always were provided well for. We went to great schools. Like I went to a great college, had a great experience there. Like I've never really experienced anything that I would consider to be like deeply traumatizing to me that I've had to overcome. I don't know, it can make people feel like what you have and what you have to share isn't worthy. So I don't want you to feel like that either. If you're somebody who feels like, well, I don't really have anything worth sharing, I'm not special. You are. You just have to figure out what makes you special. So have some self-awareness, like talk to people around you and get insight on who they think you are, who they see you as, because a lot of times
I
that
know
is
I'm
our
special.
blind self. Like we don't see ourselves how other people see us. So getting insight from the people who are closest to you also can help you understand how to show up in that way for your content or for your job or for wherever you're trying to show up in your most authentic self, which should be honestly everywhere. Anyway, child, I don't know if I rambled through this, but all I know is I love
This
you
was a good
and
video. Y'all
just
go
show up.
subscribe.
Because once
Y'all
you
go
show
subscribe
up,
to her
then
channel.
you can fine tune the rest.
Please like,
But don't
share,
focus on
comment,
making
and
your content
subscribe to
pretty.
my
I
channel.
think that's
Follow
the
me on
biggest
my
lesson
social
I want you
medias
to
below.
take away from
I'll
this.
greatly
Focus on
appreciate it.
making it
Again,
true.
guys, I want to let you guys know my content is going to be better this year. Trust me. Again, so please just like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel.
Like,
Follow
don't
me
focus
on
on
my
making
social
it look
medias
like something. Focus
below.
on making it
Thank
feel
you.
like something.
You guys have a
So,
good one.
I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.